6.6 builds have been the most requested build from y'all. And today I have 5 different 6.6 builds I messed around with at early 2K26 testing. Oh, and one of them has no weaknesses. Having a 93 3-pointer with legend limitless range and Hall of Fame Deadeye if you go shooting specialization. 86 speed with ball. If you put a max +2 on that, you'll have legend lightning launch on a 6.6. It also has contact dunks along with 85 perimeter defense, 86 speed, 76 pass accuracy. And with how 6.6 players were moving in my early 2K26 gameplay breakdown video, I can't imagine a 6.6 with legend lightning, legend limitless, and contact dunks. I have so many builds in this video just to show y'all what you can and can't get away with the 6.6. Now, the only builds I would recommend are the last 2, but the first 3 will tell you a lot about 6.6 builds in the builder. So just make sure to subscribe and drop a like on the video with all this packed information in one video about 6.6 builds. And let's get started with the video. With NBA 2K26 being new to all of us, you're gonna need help with the best animations and jump shots. And NBA2KLab.com has you covered with a bunch of free tools. But if you buy their monthly subscription using code DoubleH for 20% off at checkout, you get access to all their premium tools, ranking all the best to worst animations, but having the ability to have every jump shot's base and releases ranked in green window percents and speeds in milliseconds is wild. There's also a custom jump shot recommender where you can plug in your controller and it recommends you a jump shot for your controller and latency. Get started now by going to NBA2KLab.com and use code DoubleH at checkout. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Henry, aka DoubleH, back at it with yet another banger. And like I said, I only recommend 2 of these 6.6s, but the first 3 is going to tell you a lot about 6.6s. So the first 6.6 point guard build, or I mean, I have it as shooting guard right now, but it's not going to affect anything, is going to be a 96 mid-range version. So super high midi, super high shooting version. And I just kind of wanted to mess around in the builder, see what I could get away with. So I was just testing different things. I was testing 96 midi. Then you're gonna see I test 96 dunk. I test 93 dunk. I test 86 or 85 ball handle, 92 ball handle, contacts, no contact. We literally dive deep into 6.6s this video, so you guys can see kind of the process of making a 6.6 and what you can and cannot get away with your 6.6 point guard build that you potentially make. Okay, so with the finishing on this one, at first I tried to get away with 93 dunk, but I just couldn't get away with it, so I ended up not even getting contacts on this build. I ended up getting an 84 dunk, which is going to be like the Zach LaVine and LeBron dunk package. This build has a 96 mid-range though, which gives you the Hall of Fame shooting badges outside of limitless range. So we get Hoff set shot, Hoff shifty, Hoff deadeye. 83 3-pointer, which gives you bronze limitless range. And then the playmaking, we went 85 ball handle for all the drill moves, the highest tier in momentum crossover, 86 speed with ball for that gold lightning launch, which bro, it's crazy that is 6.6 you can max +2 lightning launch and potentially have legend lightning on a 6.6. Like, I cannot wait to see what that is looking like. That might be ridiculous. Anyways, 71 pass sack just for silver dimer, not anything crazy. We do have some 6.6s in here with a 76 pass sack, but I mean, most people that are on a 6.6 PG, like, you're not playing like comp pro-am with that, and if you are, you should then put up your pass sack. But otherwise, you know, you in the park 3s, you in the stage 2s, maybe even the 1v1 court. Anyways, the defense is terrible on this build. This is why I don't recommend this first version. It's horrible, terrible steal. I couldn't even get away with like an 82 prim and a 68 block. Like, I had to give up one of them. It was just bad. 48 interior. I got no interior. I got no rebounding. And then the physicals, we got a 79 vert, 86 speed, 77 agility. The whole build was just messed up. Like, I don't even think I finished making this build, but I wanted to throw it in here just to show you like what 6.6's stats can look like depending on what you upgrade. So if you wanted like a super high midi like this, like, your build is completely gutted out. You're not getting contacts. You're not getting the 92 ball handle. You're not getting a steal. You might not even get the not high enough block to get the freaking bronze chase down artist. And you sure as hell not getting no rebound. So I just completely crossed out this build. I didn't even want to see the build name because I was like, okay, no, we not making that. So moving on to build number 2, we went 6.6 again. Obviously, that's literally the whole point of this video. and I ended up messing around with the wingspan. We went with 610 wingspan at first just to see what midi we get away with, but then I realized 92 is max, and literally half set shot is right there. So I was like, okay, we may as well go with 6'9 wingspan. So I went with the 93 mid-range. We went with the 83 three-pointer. But then after putting the 93 midi and the 83 three-pointer, I ended up changing this build around completely. So just completely ignore the wingspan at the end. Like, you could go probably 7-foot max wingspan on this build and still get the 89 midi. So this is the 96 dunk version. If you wanted to make a 96 dunk 6'6", you're going to see how this just completely destroys your build. Okay, so I try to go 96 dunk. So we have a 96 driving dunk to try to get Hall of Fame posterizer, okay? Then we went to the mid-range. We got an 89 midi, an 83 three-pointer, okay? So that's decent shooting. You know, you get the gold set shot, you get the silver shooting badges, you know, maybe you do shooting specialization, get legend set shot, you know, maybe gold dead eye. That'd be nice, right? Or gold shifty. Then playmaking, you know, that's just simple stuff, same usual stuff. We got 71 pass ag. You know, we got the 85 ball handle for the drill moves, the highest momentum crossover, and that's gonna give us what? Gold. We're gonna have gold lightning launch at the 86 speed with ball, silver handles for days. Then moving on to the defense, it's just terrible again. We could not get defense on this build. We get the 85 perimeter, but after that, it's terrible. We don't have a block. We don't have an interior. We don't have steal. It's just looking terrible on defense. Rebounding, we got no rebound, and then the physicals are just not good. 86 speed, because we have to have 86 speed with the 86 speed ball. Agility is just at the minimum. I didn't even get to upgrade the agility. We have a 72 agility, no strength, and the vertical is not even at an 85 to get the Hoff posterizer. It's still only at an 82. So this is what it was looking like to try to get 96 dunk. And I don't even have Hoff posterizer yet. Like, I would have had to put something even lower. So yeah, high mid-range, super high mid-range, and super high dunk just completely destroy your build. So I was like, okay, yeah, this build is definitely not it either. I just went ahead to see what the build name would come out to be. It came out to be a two-way mid-range high flyer. And it actually got good comparisons. Anthony Edwards and Vince Carter. And the weaknesses are funny, bro. Stealing skills don't count on them. Stiff lateral movement, limit athletic range. Yeah, no, this is definitely not the build. So then I was like, okay, let's make a 93 dunk 6'6". Let's not go 96 dunk. Let's try to mess around, try to get a 93 dunk going here, because clearly 96 dunk, we didn't even get the Hoff posterizer for the vertical. Like, it just wasn't working right. So I went 93 dunk. I ended up upping our block to 74 block with 60 interior, so we could actually get bronze paint patroller, so we get some kind of blocking badge, and we get bronze high flying denier. Then I went to 60 steal, so we could actually get bronze interceptor. I mean, we're right there. We may as well get bronze interceptor at least. And then we upped the agility, because 72 agility is just crazy troll. Now we got a 79 agility. Put the vertical down a little bit because we just didn't need it anymore. And then I had enough stats left over to put something somewhere, but like not anywhere that like I wanted to. Like, I would have rather have gotten steal, maybe interior, maybe a rebound, maybe more agility. But it was just no, they didn't want to put it anywhere. Like, there was literally no point in putting 80 agility when I could go from 77 to 80 layup. So I ended up just getting the 80 layup, which gave us a couple extra badges. Plus 80 layups just going to give you some good layup packages. And with the custom layups this year, that might end up being worth it. I don't know. Even though dunk is way better than layup, we have a 93 dunk. We're going to be dunking it like 90% of the time. There was literally nothing else to put it on. Like, literally nothing else. Layup was just cheap for whatever reason. But even this build, it was like, bro, what am I looking like? What am I looking at? Like, we have a 93 dunk, but it's like no steal. We don't got the 92 ball handle. The shooting's kind of like, I mean, 80, like bronze limitless on a 6'6". I don't know, man. So I didn't like this one either, but it's not terrible, but it just shows you what kind of stats are even allowed on a 6'6". This one ended up being called a two-way mid-range high flyer, and the weaknesses were only stealing on this one, and it did get a comparison to Vince Carter. Now we're moving on to the last two 6'6" builds that I made the video for. Okay, like the first three were just to show you what you could do. These two I would actually recommend. Like, these two 6'6" I was like, when I looked at the final stats, I was like, okay, yeah, that's a good build. So the first thing I ended up doing was upgrading the finishing, Now on this 6-6 build, my goal was to get a high 3 and a high ball handle. So we were going like for max 3-pointer, max ball handle, which would be like 92 ball handle, 93 something 3-pointer. So I knew I couldn't go super high finishing, and I actually didn't end up getting contacts, but I went 82 driving dunk, 65 vertical, because at that dunk rating, you can get Malik Monk dunk package, which is a really good unblockable dunk. So if we weren't going to get contacts, at least let me get like the best dunk package for non-contact driving builds. So we did that. We also have the 40 standing dunk for the cheapest standing dunk animation for 6'5" and up builds, and a 77 layup ain't too bad either. You know, we're gonna get that Jason Williams layup package that everyone was talking about, and we're also gonna get layup mixmaster. Moving on to the shooting though, 93 3-pointer. This is gonna give us deep bomber. If you guys didn't know, 93 pointer gives you deep bomber. Not only that, we get gold limitless range, gold set shot specialist, gold shifty shooter, and gold deadeye. That's literally every single shooting badge in the game on gold, and we have a lot of freedom if we pick the shooting specialization, which I would pick on this build. Like, you can get legend limitless on a 6-6. That would be crazy. Honestly, legend deadeye might be the move. I don't know, I probably wouldn't go legend limitless. Like, there's the other three are more intriguing to me, like legend shifty, legend set shot. Legend deadeye might be the move on a 6-6, because on the 6-6 you're trying to shoot over people, and legend deadeye, that might be insane. But anyways, you get +2 one of them, +1 the other. Let's say we went legend shift or legend set shot Hall of Fame deadeye. There you go, you can get that from the shooting specialization. And even an 83 midi just being upgraded automatically from the 93-3 is not bad. Like 83 midi, you knocking down your middies, okay, for the most part. And if you want to upgrade the free throw, go ahead and do so, because I know a lot of y'all be playing 5, so it's pretty cheap. Just put something down, get an 80 free throw, 84 free throw, something like that. Then the playmaking, we have a 71 pass sack. On the other build we get 76, but 71 cheap pass sack, silver dimer, that's gonna get it done for most courts that 6-6s be playing on. 92 ball handle, so we get a bunch of SIGs from that. Now 92 ball handle, I don't know if it's gonna be 100% worth it. Honestly, I think 85 ball handle is much cheaper and probably the better route. But if you want to make a 92 ball handle, high 3 with deep bomber, legend shooting badges, this is gonna have to be the way you go for 6-6s. You're not gonna get the contacts. So 92 ball handle, that gives us gold handles for days. It also gives us gold unpluckable, and it literally is just gonna give us any possible dribble move you could get at 6-6. Like literally, if there is a dribble move at 6-6, you're unlocking it. Okay, now we went 86 speed with ball, which is gonna give us gold lightning launch. Once again, you gotta, that's a badge you gotta max +2 your tier 1. Like, you gotta use your max +2 tier 1 on legend lightning, because that just sounds insane for a 6-6. A legend lightning launch, that's crazy. Anyways, defense, it's looking pretty decent. Okay, now it might not look as good, might look a little mid, but 63 interior, 68 block, that's enough to get the job done on the 6-6. Okay, you're gonna have bronze, high flying denier. If you want, you could +2 that. It's a tier 2 badge. 63 interior, I mean, we weren't gonna get out the build to get a 76 interior. 82 prim, that's gonna give us silver challenger. I tried to get 85, there just wasn't enough attributes, bro. There wasn't enough attributes to get 85 perimeter. Steel, I wanted to at least get silver interceptor. Like, I wasn't trying to go 60 steel like the other 3 builds you just saw. So 73 interceptor, or 73 steel, I'll take it. The pluck steals we're not good in the gameplay breakdown videos. Maybe they get better with higher badges, but the lanes were insane. Silver interceptor, you could even +2 that, get Hoff interceptor, or at least +1 and get gold. I think that's going to get the job done for the lanes. Rebounding, we didn't have enough stats to get rebounding, but I mean, we a 6'6" point guard is not the end of the world. And with the physicals, we don't have contacts, so we don't have a high vertical, 65 vert for the Malik Monk dunk package. No strength, 80 agility, 86 speed. And this is what the build is looking like. Shooting specialization, you get legend set shot, Hoff deadeye, and then you could also max +2 tier 1 legend lightning launch, max +2 tier 2 gold high flying denier, max +1 tier 1 Hoff shifty, or Hoff handles for days, or gold interceptor, and then max +1 tier 2, you know, for gold dimer, maybe silver layup mix master, whatever you're really feeling there. And overall, I'm telling you, man, 6'6s, they don't get a crazy amount of stats. It's hard to make a balanced 6'6 like we were getting in like 2K24. I feel like in 2K24, it was pretty easy to, you know, get the 92 ball handle, 93 3, 94 dunk. You're not getting that in 2K25 unless you literally didn't, I mean in 2K26, unless you literally did not have a single defensive stat. I'm not gonna lie, even if you don't have a single defensive stat, you still might not get that. That's how crazy it is. Anyways, this build had really good shades. We had shades of Harden, Halliburton, and Steve Nash, and we were named an inside out high flying slasher. And the only weakness was the pass act, which is fair. 71 pass act at point guard. I can see how the builder reads that. But most people that are running a 6'6 PG are on the 2s court with it. And if you are on the 3s or the 5s, you know, you could probably easily up the pass act to at least a 76, maybe even an 82 by just lowering something else. But that would probably gut the build. You'd have to go to like 86 ball handle maybe, or 85 ball handle. Now moving on to the last build. This is my favorite build of the video. Okay, this build, we were really trying to get a little bit of everything while having a little higher pass act, a little better defense, and the 80 and contact dunks with the lower ball handle that I suggested earlier in the video. So the first thing I did was go ahead and get the driving dunk to an 89 driving dunk. Now I didn't get 93 because I'm telling you, man, these 6'6s is hard to get the stats you want. Like I wanted 93 dunk, 93 3, 92 ball handle, but I wasn't getting that shit, bro. I was not. There was not enough attributes to go around on these 6'6s. Anyways, 89 driving dunk to get the contacts, 40 standing dunk for that standing dunk animation. That's the cheapest. A lot of people be still going with 45, bro. I don't know if y'all know this. It's been like this for a couple years now. You don't need the 45 standing animation. It's actually the animation you wouldn't want to put on. You just need the 40 standing. There's no reason to get that second animation. Anyways, shooting, go 93 3-pointer for that gold shooting badges. Once again, it is possible to get legend limitless range on this build. 83 midi is gonna be cool, but yeah, shooting specialization, I would probably prefer legend set shot Hoff Deadeye, or even Hoff set shot legend Deadeye. Yeah, you can upgrade the free throw if you like. Moving on to the playmaking, we went higher pass act, 76 pass act. I don't know if y'all know, but you actually get silver versatile visionary at 76 this year. I think last year it was 77 or 78. Maybe that was even bronze. I'm not sure, but yes, it's cheaper to get silver versatile visionary, just 76. So don't go 75. You may as well get that 76 for the silver versatile. 85 ball handle. I think 85 is going to be better than 92 for these builds, because not only are you going to save a bunch of attributes to put elsewhere, but I just don't think there's going to be like some crazy move that's just a must-have move for 92 ball handle. You know what I'm saying? At 6'6", I just don't think there's gonna be one, but I could be completely wrong. I just think there's so many good dribble moves at 85 and below, and most of them are 75 or 70. The only reason we went 85 was for the badges and for Devin Booker aggressive and Tracy McGrady 6 size up. But yeah, I just don't think there's really a huge reason to go 92 ball handle. So I like the 85 a lot better. Then we got 86 speed with ball, the gold lightning. Gotta +2 that. Like I've said that probably a million times in this video. Gotta get legend lightning on the 6'6". I think that's actually the biggest reason to make a 6'6 over a 6'8". That's gotta be the number1 reason, because the 6'8s, I ain't gonna lie, they're looking a little more all around than these 6'6s. And the biggest flex on the 6'6 is gotta be the speed with ball and the legend lightning, with how this 2K26 is looking with everybody moving fast. So that's gotta be the biggest advantage. So you gotta do it if you're gonna make the 6'6". Otherwise, you may as well just make the 6'8". Anyways, moving on to the defense, we ended up getting the 85 perimeter we were asking for earlier. We still have similar block in interior with the 68 block for the bronze high flying. And I mean, we got the 73 steel for silver interceptor. Would I have liked, you know, a 74 block? Yeah, but you got to go like high ass wingspan, and we're trying to get that 3-pointer. Would I have liked an 85 steel? Yeah, but then you got to completely gut out your build for it, because steel is expensive as hell in this game. Anyways, we went with no rebounding. We just didn't have enough attributes, man. Y'all know I love rebounding on my guard builds. Like my 6'4" had rebounding. My 6'8 had rebounding. I'm max plus, if I made both of those builds, I'd max +2 both of that for Hall of Fame rebound chaser. We literally just didn't have enough. The physicals, 86 speed, 81 agility, 78 vertical. So this is the highest agility 6'6 we made today. Obviously, we went 78 vertical for the contact dunks. And this is what the build is looking like. I think this is the best 6'6 option out of any of the other ones in this video. You know, you got higher pass act than the last one. You still got you got contact dunks too. You still got the same 3. You got the same speed with ball, higher pass sag. I think a better, you know, not a better ball handle, but like a better workaround to still get probably the same moves, but it's just cheaper. Better defense and better physicals. I just think the whole build is better because you went from 92 ball handle to 85. So I like this a lot better. And then with the specializations and all that, you'll get Legend Set Shot, Hoff Deadeye. You'll get Legend Lightning. You'll get Hoff Shifty. You'll get Gold High Flying Denier, even like Gold Dimer. This build could be crazy with all those max +1s and 2s. And not only that, on all of these builds, I went 0 cap breakers. So if you went shooting specialization, you could go 91-3 on some of these builds. You could probably get in the 80s for the pass sag. You might be, I'm not gonna lie, this build right here, you might be able to get that 85 steal. I ain't gonna lie, but I actually tried to get the 85 steal, and this is what it was looking like, bro. Like, I had to go 82 prim, and I just didn't think like swapping the silver perimeter badges besides challenger for silver glove was worth it. Like, I was trying to get that 85 steal. It was not happening, bro. It literally was not happening. Anyways, we get Deep Bomber on this build as well. We actually get Blur too. Blur is a nice one to have, and we get compared to Steve Francis, Jamal Murray, Jalen Suggs, and we have a 2-way 3-point slasher with no weaknesses. So we made a 6'6 with no weaknesses. I'll take that as a W. And honestly, the build name is kind of clean. Like, it's simple, but they calling us a lock sharp slasher. And we got the best drill moves in the game on this build with Legend Lightning at some point. This 6'6 build is kind of glitchy. If y'all want to see what I made for my 6'4 ISO builds or my 6'8 day 1 playmaking glass cleaner, click the video on the left or the right. Go check them out.